Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, February 6th, 2025. A little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. I want everybody to be in a comfortable position with no outside distractions. Relaxing into your body as still as you can be. If you can be as still as a statue, great. Focused on your breath rising and falling. Always remember, deep in your heart, that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere, at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination. That's all. But we live in a universe of Brahman, of absolute reality, self-contained consciousness, where there's perfection, perfect life, perfect bliss, perfect being. That perfection knows nothing about wrong and right, good and bad, happy and sad. It knows only itself as perfection, and you are that. Robert Adams. A miraculous transformation occurs when we realize that every experience is a doorway to the divine. When we truly accept that all the traumas and dramas in our past are all opportunities to experience higher levels of compassion, we move light years ahead in consciousness. Now, we come in here, the gods we are, pure consciousness, we come in these bodies. And why do we do that? We want to experience. Now, of course, when you're in true form as the God that you are, pure consciousness, pure cosmic energy, and beyond, we look at this planet and we go, that'd be fun. We all do. We say, it'd be fun to go in there. Be a lot of experiences. So we identify a few things, and then we come in. And we realize that when we do that, we lose that memory of why we came here. Isn't that wild? We don't have the memory of why we came here. So we enter these baby bodies, and we just experience. But see, when we're not in the body and we're contemplating going into a body, we have all these ideas and things that we want to do. And the majority of the time, we never do them. It's really strange. But we experience. There's no doubt about that. So we want to evolve. We want to, as gods, we want to experience, and we want to gain higher grounds of perfection. So when we truly accept that all the traumas and dramas, in our past are all opportunities to experience higher levels of compassion. And you move light years ahead in consciousness. Did we really sign up? I don't believe we signed up. I believe that we are wild and free, that we can do anything, go anywhere as gods that we choose. So we evolve into a higher state of consciousness. And then one day we springboard into full enlightenment, which we are enlightened beings, so we discover that we are enlightened beings, so that we become fully enlightened. With every traumatic experience that any of us have had in our lives, our soul has purposely placed it there to open our heart and broaden our awareness. And this is a super intelligent divine multiverse, which means that a multiverse is you have one universe interlinking and interconnecting to all other universes. So it appears to be many, but it's actually one. There simply is no such thing as wrong experience whatsoever. Whatsoever challenge you encounter in this life always contains a deep eternal love on some level. See, these words that we use on this planet, we use different words. Many of us really don't know their root origin, what they really meant, how they were put together. And you know, it's interesting because if you really wanted to know, there's a dictionary, the Old Oxford English Dictionary. You can find one. And you'd be amazed on how these words were put together and what they really mean. And many of us don't, we interpret as a civilization that this is what they mean. Right? But their root development and how they were put together blow your mind. And then you start to realize that they didn't mean any of that. Forgive yourself. You always did the best you knew how to do. See, we don't do right or wrong. That's something, those words were put in to do what for us? Guilt. Lack of loving oneself, you know. We experience. You've heard me share that before. There is no right and wrong. We experience. But when you look at the society, the culture of the planet, these words have been highly embedded. So if you say to someone, you know, you didn't make any mistakes, you just experienced. After a while, it would probably sink in. Every experience is the right experience. Even those painful experiences we've had in our past show up as memories for only one purpose, to initiate another step towards a higher level of forgiveness, freedom, and love. Every harsh, pain-filled experience in this life, and life in general, contains a potentially enlightening epiphany within it. I think that's why they say that a broken heart is an open heart. Nothing matters so much that we should throw ourselves into a state of panic about it. No happening is so important that we should let ourselves be exiled from inner peace and mental calm for its sake. Paul Brunt. This universe will do whatever it takes to open us up so that we transform wherever we are limited, so that we grow and spiritually awaken in some way. Everyone is given the exact experience their soul needs to awaken from this Maya dream world and be completely liberated from the karmic baggage they've been dragging around for lifetimes. It is all perfect, just the way it is. It's good to remember that whenever we repeatedly act out of fear, being reactive, defensive, judgmental, or are resistant to love, we are missing the point of life's lesson. Each experience in this life is an opportunity to let in love and receive the healing that we need. Whatever triggers us is always a good pointer where we're still enslaved in an old fear-based pattern. The very moment we notice a contracted feeling arising inside, choose to accept it and embrace it. Play the role of allowing and accepting what is. You'll become free faster than you imagined was possible. It's much better than getting ensnared in playing another angry victim game. We are here to learn how fun and easy it is to love, heal ourselves, and truly be empowered in this life. You have to remember that freedom is the highest value. And if love is not giving you freedom, then it is not love. Also, emotional suffering is always self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. When we take a long, deep look at the roots of its manifestation, all we can do is take full responsibility. When we realize we are 100% responsible for all the painful, limiting feelings that we have about this world, ourselves, and everyone in it. We are empowering ourselves with the ability to change. This total responsibility is what initiates the deeper compassion to be born inside you. And when we start being fully 100% responsible for everything we experience, we really start spiritually growing. Now I'll explain. Excuse me. If you are stuck in blaming another for making you feel upset, now I think none of us are exempt from that, right? You first need to realize that nobody can make you feel anything unless you have a trigger inside your body that doesn't want to feel it, doesn't care to feel it. You always have a choice in how you wish to respond. It's always up to you how you choose to feel, unless you haven't healed that wound in you, which was triggered. And once you accept you're triggered, take full creative ownership of it. You can then choose to respond from the higher place of compassion and love always. You find true joy and happiness in life when you give and go on giving and never count the cost. Eileen Caddy. Only when you can understand yourself as all-pervading consciousness, can you possibly comprehend that all the universe is an emanation of your mind? Everything that you see comes out of you, Robert Adams. It's good to be aware that every negative reaction we have is like an SOS message the ego sends out into this universe. Now, this only comes from a desperate attempt from our inner child to find love, empowerment, or connection. Look inside and notice right now. If you're carrying an emotional burden about something from the past, it may feel like a heavy weight or an annoyance on your chest, a bit of fear, worry, or anxiety. And it has a physical contraction when you think about it. Just feel it. Breathe into it. Let it go. Holding on to any sort of baggage can be hard to see. In other words, many of us don't know we're doing that. That's why we have over 8 billion other mirrors all around the planet. Be precisely about 8.6 billion. When that certain someone comes around like mom, dad, or your sibling, who can instantly push some hidden emotional tension button with one little comment, the buried pain rises to the surface to be fully revealed and seen. These beings are the ones who will help you transform from being a victim of your life to the compassionate master we all truly are. The secret is having enough awareness to know how to relax into all the contracted feelings that you're still holding on to, that is simply lacking your love. When you become emotionally responsible for your every experience in this life, when you cannot become a victim of anybody's negativity again, whenever someone upsets you, tell yourself that you are allowing this to occur momentarily. Allow it to happen, yet be conscious of your allowing. Most of us don't know we're allowing it. So you become aware that you're allowing it. Love is our true essence, and love has no limitations of caste, religion, race, or nationality. We are all beads strung together on the same thread of love. To awaken this unity and to spread to others the love that is our inherent nature is the true goal of human life, Amache. This means that we are willing to allow our ego to bow down and let this being be our teacher at this moment. So do whatever you can to allow the ego to let go of its position and surrender. It's like you find yourself protecting your ego, someone rubs you the wrong way, says something that just sparks it. And you say to yourself, I'm just going to let this go. I know the energy it involves. I know it has a dank smell to it. I am not new to it. So I'm just going to let it flow. I'm just going to surrender it. That's your awareness. It's your choice. We all have that. It's just that many of us aren't aware of that. We get too caught up. Rather than saying to ourselves, just let it go. Really let it go, not let it go and still have it. This will always empower you later, and you will spiritually grow beyond your apparent limitations. And all those limitations are illusions created by the ego mind. Real love in this life is always beyond our wildest imagination. Every moment is another opportunity to transform pain into pleasure. We hold the driver's wheel, and we can shift gears at any time we choose. We have the option to expand or contract in each situation. We can take on more heaviness or let in more love and let it all go. When we can practice being aware that we are the one and only one who is choosing to let things go or take them on, we are taking our destiny back. When we can let people's defeating words glide off our chest like warm butter, it becomes the first step to mastering your ego and transcending its relentless mind chatter and finding true inner peace within. Make time every day, let's say for the next 7 days, 10, 20 minutes to rest and breathe deeply into your core being until you discover that space where you are safe from all negativity. Relax totally until you find that place where nothing of this world can touch you. Fall in love with this place and open up to the deep peace, compassion, freedom inside you. Here you can liberate your life from all suffering. This is an amazing habit to create. And it can stop the mind and its addiction to drama and its karmic impulses. Now, choice to do this simple exercise over a few weeks, and you'll be able to see, smell, and feel the divine truth of who and what you are. You will peer through the illusion of separateness and realize we are all one. This is where the inner battle ends and loving divine awareness begins. You then take center stage in your life and are liberated from playing that suffering game ever again. Love is the only thing you get more of by giving it away. T. Wilson. It's reimagining and reconfiguring. It's like you got a puzzle, right? And the puzzle's all messed up since somebody came by and all the pieces are in disarray. And so what we're doing is we're putting that puzzle back together, which means that we discover our awareness of who and what we are in these bodies. We begin to comprehend the fact that all of us are one. All of us we're one. The gods that we are one. And we teach each other all the time. Doesn't mean we are totally really aware of that. But anybody that comes into your life, or anybody's life you come into, do you believe that's a mistake? No, there's no such thing. You're there for a specific reason. Now, maybe it's to learn from them, okay, or vice versa. Because we're all teachers at times with ourselves and others, and we're all students at times with ourselves and others. This is how we expand our awareness throughout the universes. This is how we're able to create all this. Because we experience fathoms, and literally thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetimes. How would we be able to create a galaxy and endless star systems with life had we not experienced throughout existence and beyond? And imagine the collective consciousness, which is one, or you could call it the God, is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And you are a key part of it. You're not powerless. You're not weak. You're not stupid. You're just not aware. And we choose to become aware. That's it. We choose to become aware. How do we do that? Like these meditations that we do every day. It guides us and assists us through the God within you to discover the God within you. Eventually the species will come together in unity. Right now one would look at it and say, wow, that's a tough call. But in reality, our reality, it's all about discovery. It's all about choosing, too. You choose to go and you choose to come to these meditations. You don't have to. But you like what it is because it moves you closer to who and what you are. And we all know that when we practice with conviction, with deep commitment, we learn, we experience, we progress. And then we learn how to embrace ourselves, deeply, eternally love ourselves. All the little things, that I don't like this, I don't like that about me and this. All of that, all of it. And we become aware on how omnipotently powerful we are as gods in these bodies. And see, when we're in these bodies, we can create anything. And when we create, we experience. You may, even in awareness, you may say, I want to experience this, okay? Now, I don't know on the fringe areas what will occur because it's an unknown, right? But I do know the heart of it. And the heart of it looks really exciting for me, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, you're not sitting there going, I'm worried about the unknown. What's going to happen? What if this happens? What if that happens? That doesn't exist. Because you're in the now. And you're embracing the now. Do you want to be in your ego mind? In the quiet time of this meditation, ask yourself, right? Ask the God that you are. As you're relaxed into your body, as still as a statue, comfortable position, focused on your breath rising and falling with no outside interference. So you're in a state of oneness. And you can ask things like, how much do I love myself? And I choose not to be an ego mind because it's my master, and I would prefer to master it through my heart mind, and by practicing being in my heart mind, I will be able to do that. I join you in meditation. I'll return to close this out. Take an easy and slow breath in through your nose, and an easy and slow breath out from your mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath, rising and falling. Jump off the cliffs of normality, and soar like an eagle beyond all of your known horizons. That cozy, neat nest you are in is getting too small for you. Let your wings fly. Spread wider. Fly higher towards that which makes your heart truly sing. The winds of grace will carry you, guide you every flap of the way. Say yes to the adventurous flight. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. And we'll return here Friday, February 7, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call, and after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse aging health call and all the rest. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what is transpiring within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.